Onett just buffed white hives to straight infinity in Bee Swarm. Yeah, that's right. With the new update, there is no better time to be a white hive. So I'll be explaining all the buffs that happened, why this is all so important, and why you should be a white hive right now. So without any further ado, here we go. Alright, now starting off, there were a lot of buffs that were just added to the game in general, but a lot of them seem to boost white hives. Now, the very first one is the coconut belt, and I can actually showcase this by beginning the passive ability, because if we actually start collecting the coconuts that fall from the coconut passive, you can see that our coconut combo actually starts to go up. And the higher and higher it gets, the more and more overpowered it gets. As of right now, I just hit a coconut combo of 56, which if you didn't know, not only grants 28% white pollen and 28% normal pollen, but it also gives 28% honey from tokens. Just the coconut combo itself, which only lasts for 30 seconds, can give up to 50% honey from tokens and 50% white pollen. When it comes to white boosting, basically honey tokens are literally everything, and that's where white hives get all their honey. So the fact that this coconut combo can boost that by 50% is a little insane, guys, to be perfectly honest. Not to mention that just using this ability also boosts the hives of everyone else in the server, meaning that all the other white hives in the server will also be getting plus 50% white pollen and 50% honey from tokens, just off of this one passive. Literally, we just started the video and white hives have already gotten basically a 100% boost. Things only get crazier from here. Now, while the coconut belt passive ability definitely buffs white hives, the coconut belt itself also buffs them too. Just by buying the belt itself, you automatically get another 25% honey from tokens, which is really nice. So combined with its passive ability, just by having the coconut belt, you increase your honey from tokens by 75%, which basically equals 75% more honey, because oh my gosh, white hive honey tokens are overpowered. If you don't know how white hives work, basically you build up a gummy star, and then the gummy star turns into honey tokens that can be worth literal trillions of honey each. So if we have a honey token that's worth 1 trillion honey, well thanks to the coconut belt, now it's worth almost 2 trillion honey. And like I said, we just started the video. Now, by far the coconut combo is going to be the most overpowered buff in this entire video, but Onett also added a Puffshroom blessing. And the Puffshroom blessing, might I add, is extremely easy to get. You just have to pop rare or better Puffshrooms, and then you instantly get a ton of Puffshroom blessing. And the Puffshroom blessing lasts for like 3 hours. It's honestly crazy. When you max it out, which by the way is not that hard to do, you get an extra 10% honey from tokens. And if you want to refresh it, all you have to do is pop a rare Puffshroom and you're back up to the full 3 hours, bringing our total honey from tokens up to 85%. Well, now that we've covered all the blessings, there's actually still even more. And that comes down to the passives, and we're actually circling back to the coconut belt, because the coconut belt passive basically activates whenever you drop 40 total coconuts on the field. And one great way to drop coconuts fast is using the Inspire Coconuts passive ability. The only problem with this passive ability is it takes a ton of Inspire tokens. It takes 5 Inspire tokens every single time you want to activate it. That way players can't just spam coconuts and then spam the overpowered cocoa combo. Except now you can, because in the new update, Onett made it so that having a Star Shower passive ability on your Supreme Star Amulet also counts for collecting Inspire tokens, which basically means that if you're a white hive and you're running a Gummy Shower passive ability on your Supreme Star Amulet, you are going to be doing so many coconut combos. Seriously, they are just going to keep activating one after another after another. This was intentionally done literally for the coconut belt. So, you know, as if the coconut belt couldn't become more overpowered, Onett decided to buff it even more using the Star Shower passive ability, which is nice because most white hives in the Bee Swarm game right now run a Gummy Saw passive. So the fact that Onett is making the Gummy Shower double passive more common and better, it'll be cool to see some more variety. Now, there's actually a third blessing that also buffs white hives, and that's none other than the brand new Tabby blessing, which is really nice because Tabby Love used to be really useless once you maxed it out, but now whenever you collect a Tabby token, you get the Tabby blessing, which gives a bunch of critical chance and critical power. And this is really nice specifically for Starsaw, because now we get more critical chance, which just lets us collect even more pollen. And hey, just just for the fun of it, why don't we activate the coconut belt one more time just so I can show you how overpowered it is. Just look at that, only 17 and we already get almost an extra 10% honey from tokens. Combined with the critical power from the Tabby blessing and also combined with the Puffshroom blessing, we can get so much honey from tokens and build up our gummy stars so big as white hives. But all these buffs so far pale into comparison to the next buff Onett added to white hives, which actually has to do with the wind shrine. And that's because the next buff Onett actually added to white hives is in the form of the wind shrine. Now these are some very simple wins that I was able to get just by donating a gold egg, but the reason that the wins are so overpowered is because now for every single stack of wins that you have, you get an extra 1% pollen, which doesn't seem like that much. But when you actually take a look at it and take it all into account, I get over 40% more white pollen just from donating this singular gold egg. And I keep saying just a gold egg because imagine what happens in an actual boost if you donate a gifted mythic egg. It's going to give you even more wins for different fields, and you're going to have like double the wind power as well. So instead of like times 7, you're going to be getting like times 13. So just by donating a gifted mythic egg, you can get over 100% extra pollen, or my bad, 100% extra white pollen. Like, bro, that is so overpowered. White hives are already on top of the leaderboards, and now Onett just buffed them even more. So even just by donating a gold egg, you get a ton of extra boosts, which is extremely nice. So now you guys hopefully see why white hives are so overpowered now. And of course, this isn't the only thing that's been added in this update. There's still so much more I can tell you guys about this update. So if you don't want to miss all the cool insight and the future videos I'm going to be making on this, honestly, you don't even have to subscribe. Just hit the bells. It's way more effective. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. I wish you the best of luck when switching to a white hive. Have fun making honey, and I will see you all in the next video.